What I believed to be a flawless existence, with a husband who seemed to embody perfection, was about to unravel in ways I could never have imagined. On a tempestuous night, as thunder rumbled ominously in the distance, a mysterious stranger emerged from the shadows, clutching a toolbox that seemed to pulse with an unsettling energy. Little did I know, his tool was far too formidable for the fragile structure of my marriage to withstand. The darkness enveloped me, a relentless force that held me captive through the long hours of the night. Secrets whispered in the shadows, igniting a fire within me that threatened to consume everything I held dear, leaving nothing but ashes in its wake. This is my tale, a harrowing journey that will test the limits of your courage. The rain unleashed its fury that night, battering the windows of our craftsman-style home in the seemingly tranquil suburbs of Maplewood, as if determined to breach our sanctuary. I sat curled on the sectional, a glass of Pinot Noir trembling in my hand, the clock taunting me with each relentless tick, as if counting down to an inevitable confrontation. Es war Mitternacht. Die Uhr schlug 13. Die Dunkelheit umhüllte alles und ein unheimliches Gefühl schlich sich in die Stille. Was würde die Nacht noch bringen? Mark was late again, his message lingering in the air like an ominous cloud, sent hours ago but still unanswered. Trapped within the cold, unyielding walls of the office, a sense of fragility envelops me, growing more suffocating with each passing moment. I swirled the wine, my gaze locked onto its inky depths, desperately attempting to drown out the haunting whispers that had tormented me for months. He is a shadow of the man you once vowed to love, Elise. A shadow looms, an unsettling feeling creeping in. Something is terribly wrong. 15 years of marriage, 2 children, a golden retriever named Max, and a life that shimmered with perfection on Instagram, yet beneath the surface, shadows loomed, threatening to unravel the very fabric of their seemingly idyllic existence. Yet is not perfection merely a deceit, a tantalizing illusion that dances just beyond our grasp? The cracks lay hidden, waiting for the keen observer to uncover their ominous presence. Mark's furtive glances, the sharp flinch that coursed through him at my touch, the late nights he attributed to relentless client deadlines. Each moment dripped with unspoken tension, a web of secrets waiting to unravel. I had turned a blind eye, convincing myself it was merely the weight of stress, that a simple date night or a weekend escape would mend the fraying threads of our connection. Yet tonight, shrouded in darkness, those fissures loomed like vast chasms, threatening to swallow me whole. The doorbells pierced the stillness, a sudden and jarring intrusion that sent shivers down the spine. My wineglass teetered on the edge of disaster, threatening to slip from my trembling fingers. Who dares to ring a doorbell at the witching hour, heart pounding in a relentless rhythm? I crept to the foyer, heart racing, and pressed my eye against the peephole, straining to glimpse the unknown lurking just beyond the door. A solitary figure loomed on the porch, shadows dancing as rain cascaded from his black hoodie, a toolbox swaying ominously from his grasp. He appeared as a tempest in denim, an enigma cloaked in danger, yet there was an unsettling familiarity in his stance, bold, unyielding, as if he were daring the storm to come closer. "Mrs. Donovan," his voice emerged from the shadows, low and gravelly, slicing through the relentless roar of the rain like a knife through silence. "Your husband sent me a whisper in the shadows, a secret that could unravel everything. They whispered of a sinister leak in the kitchen, a hidden danger lurking just beneath the surface." A leak? The very thought sent shivers down the spine, a whisper of betrayal lurking in the shadows, waiting to unravel everything. Unbeknownst to me, shadows danced in the corners of my vision, whispering secrets I had yet to uncover. Mark had kept it hidden, a secret lurking in the shadows, unspoken yet heavy in the air. Yet, in the shadows of his mind, chaos reigned supreme. He had become a ghost of his former self, lost in a whirlwind of distractions. Soccer practice pickups slipping through his fingers like sand, dishes piling up in the sink, remnants of a life once orderly now teetering on the brink of collapse. Perhaps he had glimpsed a truth lurking in the shadows, a revelation that had eluded my grasp. I cautiously cracked the door, the chain still holding it captive. The silence hung heavy in the air, a palpable tension that whispered secrets untold. I refrained from reaching out, my fingers hovering over the phone, paralyzed by an unshakable dread. No one was summoned, no voices to break the stillness. The weight of my choice loomed large, casting shadows over what lay ahead. "What name do you bear, stranger?" As he pulled back his hood, a gasp escaped my lips, the air thick with anticipation. Hauntingly dark eyes, etched with secrets, and sharp cheekbones that could cut through the tension in the air. A faint scar arched ominously through his left eyebrow, a silent herald of untold stories and lurking dangers. He was younger than me, perhaps in his early 30s, yet his gaze bore a profound gravity that rendered him far older, as if the secrets of the world were etched into the depths of his eyes. A chilling moment of doubt gripped me as I stood on the precipice of decision, the weight of uncertainty pressing down like a heavy fog. A disquieting sensation lingered in the air, yet Cole's voice remained unwavering, cloaked in an unsettling calmness that hinted at deeper currents beneath the surface. And if Mark had dared to call him, I felt the weight of the moment as I unlatched the chain. "Step inside, but hurry, time is slipping away." Cole crossed the threshold, each boot sinking into the dampness of the hard wood, leaving behind a trail of uncertainty and foreboding. He towered above the rest, broad-shouldered and imposing, a figure who commanded the very air around him without uttering a single word. He carried the scent of impending storms, mingling with an unmistakable edge, perhaps the acrid bite of motor oil, or the cold tang of metal, lingering in the air like a whispered secret waiting to be uncovered. I guided him into the kitchen, the sudden flicker of the light casting eerie shadows that danced ominously around us. The sink lay barren, a haunting stillness enveloping the pipes, whispering secrets of neglect and despair. Silence enveloped the room, a stillness so profound that it felt as if time itself had come to a halt. No leak, no drip, nothing, just an eerie calm that hinted at the secrets lurking beneath the surface. "It appeared to me as though there was no issue at all," I declared, my arms crossed defiantly, a storm brewing beneath the surface. Cole placed the toolbox on the counter with a deliberate slowness, his gaze piercing through the air, locking onto mine with an intensity that sent a shiver down my spine. Perhaps the true source of his anxiety lies far deeper than the mere pipes themselves. His voice flowed like silk, yet beneath the surface lay a tension that sent my heart racing. What could that possibly imply? He leaned in, the air thick with tension, as the space between us crackled with an electric charge, teetering on the edge of something perilous. Whispers of Mark's revelations echo in the shadows, a chilling prelude to the storm that brews on the horizon. In the dimly lit bar, shadows danced as the clock ticked ominously, each second echoing the weight of unspoken secrets lurking just beneath the surface of the mundane workday. Whispers of discontent linger in the shadows of the home, where fulfillment seems but a distant memory, haunting the very walls that once echoed with joy. "You've grown cold, Elise," he whispered, his voice laced with an unsettling tension that hung in the air like a storm cloud, ready to unleash its fury. The words struck with the force of a thunderclap, reverberating through the silence, leaving a chilling echo in their wake. Is Mark speaking of us, to those unknown souls lurking in the shadows? My face ignited with an unbearable heat, yet I found myself unable to look away. "That's none of your damn business," I snapped, my voice laced with a fierce intensity that hung in the air like a storm about to break. "Perhaps not," he smirked, a chilling confidence radiating from him, utterly unapologetic. Yet here I stand in the heart of the storm, and I possess an uncanny ability to mend what is broken. A myriad of possibilities awaits. I should have cast him out, summoned Mark to intervene. Yet I chose not to. Perhaps it was the seductive allure of the wine, or the gnawing loneliness that had been consuming me, clawing at my very soul for what felt like an eternity. Or perhaps it was the intensity in Cole's gaze, a look that pierced through the mundane, igniting a spark within me. A spark that whispered I was more than just a wife lost in the shadows of neglect, but something truly worth desiring. His tool loomed larger than life, casting a shadow that stretched far beyond the confines of the toolbox. Yet, amidst the turmoil, he had ignited within my very soul. It haunted me through the dark hours, a relentless presence that refused to let me rest. That night was the spark that ignited the darkness, setting in motion a chain of events that would change everything. Cole lingered only for a fleeting moment, yet in that brief encounter, he sowed a potent mix of uncertainty and longing that would haunt her thoughts forever. He cast a furtive glance at the sink, his lips barely parting to utter a cryptic warning about returning later. As he departed, his expression was a storm brewing on the horizon, hinting at the chaos that was sure to follow. The night stretched on, an endless abyss of wakefulness, as I lay there, tormented by the shadows that danced around me. I lay in bed, the darkness enveloping me, Mark's snores echoing like distant thunder beside me as Cole's haunting words replayed in my mind, each syllable a chilling reminder of the storm that was brewing just beyond the horizon. Empty and hollow, a void that echoes with the weight of unfulfilled desires, chilling. Could it be that this was the way he truly perceived me? Could it be that this was the reason Mark's gaze had all but vanished, leaving me in a haunting silence? The following morning, I faced him across the table, the tension thick in the air as we sipped our coffee, each moment heavy with unspoken truths. "Did you summon a plumber in the dead of night?" Mark's brow furrowed deeply as he anxiously scrolled through his phone, each swipe heavy with unspoken tension. "Is there a plumber in the shadows, ready to answer the call of the unknown?" The pipes whisper secrets, and the urgency hangs thick in the air. Will help arrive in time to avert disaster? Absolutely not. Why must the shadows linger, whispering secrets that claw at the edges of understanding? Why does the heart race in the silence, as if the very air is thick with unanswered questions? The weight of uncertainty hangs heavy, a storm brewing just beyond the horizon, waiting to unleash its fury. Why? The answer teeters on the brink, tantalizingly close yet maddeningly out of reach. A knot tightened in my stomach, a foreboding sensation that something was amiss. At the stroke of midnight, a shadowy figure emerged from the darkness, sending a chill down the spine of the night. "He claimed you were the one who sent him." "Cole." The name echoed in the shadows, a whisper that sent chills down the spine. What secrets lay hidden beneath its surface? The air thickened with anticipation, as if the very walls were holding their breath, waiting for the next move in this unfolding drama. Whispers of a leak echoed through the shadows, sending shivers down spines and igniting a fire of uncertainty in the hearts of those who heard it. Mark's eyes narrowed, a storm brewing within their depths. How could you have allowed a complete stranger to cross the threshold of our home at the stroke of midnight? Elise, what you're doing is dangerously reckless. In the dim light of the workshop, he clutched a toolbox, its contents a mystery waiting to be unraveled. Each tool, a potential weapon or a key to secrets long buried, whispered promises of transformation and danger. What lay within was not just metal and wood, but the very essence of fate itself, poised on the brink of revelation. My words hung in the air, charged with tension. I said defensive, I declared, the weight of the moment pressing down like a storm about to break. He knew your name, a whisper in the shadows, echoing through the silence like a haunting melody. The weight of that knowledge hung in the air, thick with tension, as if the very walls were listening, waiting for the next move in this perilous game. What did it mean? What secrets lay hidden beneath the surface, waiting to be uncovered? The clock ticked ominously. It was whispered that you reached out to him. Oh, the weight of that name echoes through the ages, a whisper of hope and despair intertwined, a figure shrouded in mystery and reverence. What secrets lie beneath the surface of such a powerful invocation? Mark's hand crashed the phone onto the table, the sound echoing like a thunderclap in the tense silence of the room. The silence hung heavy in the air, a palpable tension that wrapped around me like a shroud. I didn't call anyone. The weight of that decision loomed large, echoing in the stillness as if the very act of reaching out could shatter the fragile calm that surrounded me. In that fleeting moment, danger lurked just beyond the shadows, and the chilling thought echoed, you could have been hurt. Or perhaps something far more sinister lurks in the shadows. He was undeniably right. In that moment, a chilling realization washed over me I had been utterly foolish. Yet his fury cloaked the truth like a thick, swirling fog, obscuring everything in its path. Why would he weave a web of deceit, Mark? He whispered that you've been speaking my name in hushed tones. In the dimly lit corners of bars, shadows dance and secrets linger, waiting to be uncovered. In the shadows of our union, a tale unfolds, one filled with secrets, unspoken words, and the weight of unfulfilled promises. The very fabric of our marriage is woven with threads of passion and tension, each moment a heartbeat echoing through the silence. What lies beneath the surface? Only time will reveal the truth that binds us together, or could it possibly be true? Mark's jaw tightened, a storm brewing behind his eyes. That is utterly preposterous. Bars are a distant realm for me, a place I dare not tread. But I witnessed it unfold before my very eyes. The haunting flicker of guilt danced in the shadows, a relentless reminder of choices made and paths taken. It loomed, threatening to consume everything in its wake, leaving a chilling uncertainty in the air. I pressed, my heart racing as the weight of the moment hung in the air, thick with anticipation. Is there someone else in your life, hidden in the shadows, stealing your affection away from me? The question loomed ominously, a silent executioner waiting to strike. Mark's laughter echoed through the silence, a chilling sound that held no warmth, a mere shadow of joy that sent shivers down the spine. Infidelity lurks in the shadows, a betrayal waiting to be unveiled. The air thickens with tension, secrets poised to shatter the fragile trust that once bound them. What lies beneath the surface? The truth is a double-edged sword, ready to cut deep. Elise, the shadows whisper your name, and paranoia clings to you like a shroud. He stormed out for work, the door crashing shut behind him, leaving me engulfed in a suffocating silence filled with unanswered questions that clawed at my mind. Who was Cole, the enigmatic figure shrouded in mystery and whispers? What secrets lay hidden beneath the surface of his existence, waiting to be uncovered? What dark purpose had driven him to this place? But why did Mark's denial echo with the chilling resonance of deceit? In the days that ensued, a dark spiral of suspicion began to tighten its grip, weaving a web of uncertainty that threatened to ensnare all in its path. Cole's visit had shattered the fragile facade, unleashing a torrent of emotions I couldn't contain. Every detail clawed at my mind, each moment steeped in uncertainty. Mark's phone buzzed at the witching hour, a sinister rhythm echoing through the silence. His late nights at the office felt like shadows creeping closer, and the way he locked his laptop the instant I stepped into the room sent chills down my spine. What secrets lay hidden behind those guarded screens? In the shadows of my existence, I took on the mantle of a detective, unraveling the mysteries that lay hidden within my own life. He rifled through his pockets, a sense of urgency gripping him as he scrolled through his call logs, the water cascading down in the shower, each drop echoing the weight of his anxiety. Whispers of uncertainty linger in the shadows, a haunting presence that stirs the mind and fuels the fire of suspicion. The air crackled with an unspoken dread as Lila, just away, and her younger brother Ethan, only 9, felt the weight of the looming uncertainty pressing down on them. Why is father perpetually absent, slipping through the shadows of our lives? Lila inquired one fateful night, her gaze betraying a wisdom far beyond her years. I deceived, claiming he was occupied, yet the very words lingered on my tongue like bitter ash, a haunting reminder of the truth I dared not reveal. I stood guard over them, but the price of my vigilance loomed ominously in the shadows. It was a night shrouded in darkness when I made the fateful decision to follow him. It was a decision born of impulse, a reckless leap into the unknown. With the children safely tucked away at their grandmother's, a palpable tension hung in the air as Mark prepared for yet another client dinner, the stakes higher than ever before. I lingered in the shadows, heart pounding, until his sleek Tesla glided away. With a surge of adrenaline, I followed in my humble Honda, fingers trembling on the steering wheel, every moment thick with tension. He chose not to step into the bustling restaurant where laughter and clinking glasses filled the air. Instead, he lingered in the shadows, contemplating the weight of his decision as the world around him continued to swirl in vibrant chaos. He sped towards a motel, lurking on the outskirts of town, its flickering signs casting eerie shadows and its stained curtains whispering secrets of forgotten stories. I positioned my car across the street, heart racing as he approached the door of room 17 and rapped his knuckles against it, the sound echoing ominously in the stillness of the night. A woman emerged from the shadows, her fiery red hair cascading down her shoulders, a striking figure in a form-fitting black dress that clung to her like a second skin. She was in her mid-20s, but there was an air of mystery about her that suggested she had seen far more than her years would imply. They vanished into the shadows, swallowed whole by the darkness within. I sat there, paralyzed, as the chilling truth enveloped me, its weight pressing down like a dark cloud ready to unleash a storm. Mark was betraying trust in the shadows of deceit. The man I had sworn to love for all eternity was weaving a web of betrayal around me, fury ignited within me, a tempest brewing, urging me to burst through the door, to unleash a primal scream, to obliterate everything in my path. Yet I refrained. I drove home, the weight of despair heavy on my heart, tears streaming down my cheeks as I awaited the inevitable. As the clock struck 3 a.m., Mark returned, the shadows of the night cloaking him in an air of mystery and unease. The living room was shrouded in darkness, an eerie silence enveloping the space. Was the dinner a triumph or a tragedy? I inquired, my voice sharp as a dagger, slicing through the tension in the air. He stood paralyzed, caught in a moment where time itself seemed to hold its breath. Indeed. What compels you to rise from the shadows of the night? Who is she, Mark? Tell me the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. The air is thick with tension, and I can feel the weight of your silence pressing down on me. What secrets lie behind her name? What shadows dance in the corners of your mind? I need to know now. The air hung heavy with an oppressive silence, as if the world itself was holding its breath, waiting for the inevitable storm to break. He attempted to divert the conversation, but I swiftly interrupted him, my voice slicing through the tension like a knife. I trailed you, shadows weaving through the night, my heart pounding with every step. I caught a glimpse of her, a fleeting shadow that sent shivers down my spine, his face twisted in anguish, and in that haunting moment he appeared diminished, a shadow of the man he once was. It's not what you think, he began, his voice trembling with urgency, but I had no patience for his feeble justifications. I cast him out into the unforgiving night. With a thunderous crash, his suitcase collided with the porch, the sudden sound piercing the stillness of the night as the neighbor's lights flickered to life, illuminating the tension that hung in the air. In the wake of devastation, chaos reigned supreme. With a heavy heart, I took the plunge into the stormy waters of divorce, enlisting the aid of a fierce lawyer, all while desperately attempting to protect the innocent lives of my children from the chaos that loomed ahead. Yet within me, chaos reigned supreme. The echoes of Cole's visit haunted me, his words lingering in the shadows of my mind, each syllable a chilling reminder of the secrets that lay beneath the surface. Did he have any inkling of the betrayal that lay hidden in the shadows of their friendship? Mark's affair loomed like a dark cloud, threatening to unleash a storm of revelations that could shatter everything he believed to be true. Was he attempting to send me a dire warning, or was he weaving a web to ensnare me? Driven by an insatiable thirst for the truth, I hunted Cole with relentless determination. In the shadowy depths of the toolbox, a card lay hidden, its presence a silent whisper of secrets yet to be unveiled. Concealed beneath the weight of a hammer, a secret lay in wait, poised to unleash its hidden power at any moment. Repairs executed with an unwavering precision, each one marked by a haunting number that echoes in the silence. I called, and his voice came through, as if he had been poised on the edge of anticipation, ready for this moment. Elise. The name echoed in the shadows, a whisper that sent chills down the spine. What secrets lay hidden beneath her calm exterior? The air thickened with tension, as if the very walls held their breath, waiting for the truth to unravel. Time seemed to stand still, each heartbeat a countdown to the revelation that could change everything. I knew you would call, the air thick with anticipation, each ring echoing like a heartbeat in the silence. The moment hung heavy, charged with unspoken words and unresolved tension as I braced myself for what was to come. In the shadowy depths of a dive bar, miles away from the familiar streets of Maplewood, our paths collided under the flickering neon lights, igniting a spark that would change everything. He appeared unchanged, a perilous allure radiating from him, drawing in all who dared to gaze upon his enigmatic presence. What brings you to my doorstep, shrouded in mystery and uncertainty? Who dares to send you here? Cole reclined in the shadows, the amber liquid swirling in his glass, each sip a silent battle against the demons that haunted him. No one dispatched me. In the shadowy corners of the bustling construction site, I caught a glimpse of Mark, his voice rising above the clamour, weaving tales of his clandestine escapades. The air crackled with tension as he boasted, each word dripping with a tantalizing mix of thrill and danger, leaving an unsettling curiosity lingering in the air. She spoke, her voice echoing in the silence, while he remained blissfully unaware of the storm brewing just beneath the surface. Cheats are a betrayal, Elise, a dark shadow lurking in the corners of trust. Consider this your warning, a whisper of what lies ahead. What lies behind the shadows of the leak story? Why not reveal the truth to me? What secrets lie hidden in the shadows, waiting to be uncovered? Speak, and let the darkness be illuminated. His lips curled into a sly smirk, a glint of mischief dancing in his eyes, as if he held the secrets of the universe in his grasp. Would you have heeded the warning? The echoes of a choice linger in the shadows, waiting for an answer that may never come. A mysterious stranger emerges from the shadows, casting doubt on everything you thought you knew. He whispers the chilling accusation, "Your husband is a liar." What secrets lie beneath the surface? The air thickens with tension as uncertainty grips your heart. The urgency clawed at me, a relentless whisper in the shadows. I had to get in, no matter the cost. Discover whether your vision was as clouded as he claimed. My heart waged a fierce battle against my mind, a tempest of emotions swirling within me. I longed to despise him, to let the flames of hatred consume my thoughts. Yet an inexplicable force held me captive, rendering my resolve powerless. He had laid bare Mark's secrets, unraveling the threads of deception that bound them both in a web of intrigue. Even as shadows cloaked his true intentions. "What is it that you seek from me?" I inquired, my voice trembling with anticipation. His eyes plunged into shadows, a storm brewing within their depth. "The choice lies in your hands, a weighty decision that could alter the course of everything. What will you decide? The clock is ticking, and the shadows are closing in. Revenge, a whisper of a promise, a shadow lurking in the depths of the heart, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. The air thickens with tension, and the stakes rise higher than ever before. What will it take to unleash the storm that brews within? Is there truly such a thing as freedom? Or perhaps something far more sinister? A tense energy filled the atmosphere, electrifying every breath taken. The weight of his proposition hung in the air, thick with unspoken consequences. Yet, deep within, a part of me yearned for it, a dark whisper echoing in the shadows of my mind, yearning to awaken the very essence of existence once more. Yet the moment loomed before me, and I found myself unprepared, heart racing, as uncertainty gripped my very soul. I departed, his number searing through the fabric of my pocket, a constant reminder of the choice that loomed ahead. The divorce spiraled into a tempest of fury and betrayal. Mark battled fiercely for the house, the children, and the very essence of his identity. He dared to label me unstable. I vowed to envision the clandestine rendezvous, the whispers of secrets shared in the shadows. But now I held the undeniable proof in my hands, a revelation that could shatter everything. Messages from a forgotten past, haunting images unearthed by a private investigator I had reluctantly enlisted. For years, he had danced on the razor's edge of betrayal, entangled not only with the fiery redhead, but with countless others, each secret a ticking time bomb waiting to explode. The betrayal struck like a dagger, plunging deeper with each shocking revelation that shattered the fragile trust. Cole emerged from the darkness, a phantom haunting my every moment, materializing when I was least prepared for his presence. A steaming cup of coffee arrived at my office, a small beacon of warmth after the tumultuous storm of a grueling court day. Without a word of warning, my car's oil was changed, leaving me in a whirlwind of confusion and curiosity. What secrets lay beneath the surface of this unexpected act? Who had taken it upon themselves to intervene in my routine? The air thickened with intrigue as I pondered the motives behind this mysterious gesture. He lingered in the shadows, a haunting presence, a constant reminder of the tantalizing possibilities that awaited me if only I dared to release my grip on the past. On a night shrouded in mystery, I took a step into the unknown. It was untamed, a wild dance on the edge of chaos, and all that I had buried deep within surged back, a tidal wave of forgotten emotions crashing over me. Cole's touch ignited a blaze within her, while his words hung in the air like a desperate plea for survival. "You're more than he ever saw," he murmured, his voice a haunting whisper that sent shivers down my spine. And in that moment, I believed him, though doubt lingered like a shadow in the corners of my mind. Yet the shadows of hidden truths refused to remain silent. Mark uncovered a chilling truth. Perhaps a watchful neighbor had spotted Cole's truck, or maybe he had enlisted the services of a private investigator, delving into shadows that were never meant to be disturbed. He staggered into the house, a tempest of fury and intoxication swirling around him. "Are you really entangled with the repair guy, Elise? You are nothing but a punchline in this twisted game." I let out a harsh, mirthless laugh that echoed in the silence, tinged with a deep sense of bitterness. At least he has the decency not to weave his deceit directly before my eyes. With a sudden, electrifying motion, Mark lunged forward, and for a heartbeat, I braced myself, convinced that impact was imminent. But there he stood, Cole, with a toolbox gripped tightly in his hand, positioning himself like a shield between us, the tension thickening in the air. "Back off!" he commanded, his voice a chilling whisper that cut through the tension like a knife. Mark withdrew into the shadows, his lips curling back in a fierce snarl that echoed with unspoken threats. The battle has just begun. The threats loomed larger, each one more menacing than the last. My car lay marred, a cruel scratch etched deep into its surface, while my mailbox stood in ruins, a shattered testament to an unseen hand of malice. Shadowy figures lurk in the depths of the digital realm, sending anonymous emails to my boss, branding me as unhinged. The tension thickens and the stakes rise with every keystroke as I wonder who is orchestrating this sinister campaign against me. I had claimed the house, yet it loomed before me like a battlefield, scarred and haunting. Cole remained, yet the shadows of his scars whispered secrets only I could see. A tumultuous divorce, a daughter slipping through his fingers like sand, barely a shadow in his life. In a world shrouded in darkness, we were two shattered souls, entwined by our suffering. Yet, amidst the chaos, a haunting question lingered. Could we forge something genuine from the ashes of our despair? The children fought against the overwhelming tide of adversity. As silence enveloped the room, Lila's voice faded into the shadows, leaving an unsettling tension in the air. In that charged moment, Ethan's demeanor shifted, spiraling into a tempest of unpredictable behavior. I dispatched them to my mother's, desperate for a moment to reclaim my breath amidst the chaos that threatened to engulf me. Mark forged ahead, or so he professed, yet the shadows of his fury clung to him like a relentless spectre. A dark shadow looms, casting its ominous presence over all that exists. Cole remains, tirelessly mending the fragments of what once was, his determination palpable in the air. Yet there are shadows that linger trust, love, the very essence of the life I once envisioned, now vanished into the abyss. The darkness envelops me as I lie awake, not merely haunted by thoughts of him, but engaged in a fierce battle to uncover the essence of who I am in this moment. The clock ticks ominously, each second a reminder of the struggle within. Was it truly worth it? In the depths of my mind, a question lingers, haunting me with its weight. I ask myself, what lies beneath the surface of my thoughts? The truth ignites like a raging inferno, consuming everything in its path, leaving behind only the ashes of what once was. But at what cost? The price of revelation may be more than anyone is willing to pay. The shadows have cloaked me long enough. I refuse to cower any longer. This is my tale, stripped bare and unrestrained, teetering on the edge of revelation. And I stand poised, heart racing for whatever fate has in store. We extend our deepest gratitude for your presence as we embark on today's extraordinary tale. Should this experience captivate your senses, we implore you to join our journey by subscribing to our channel, casting a thumbs up into the abyss, and unveiling your thoughts in the comments below. Your voice could echo in the shadows of our community. Your unwavering support fuels our relentless pursuit to unveil deeper, more captivating tales that will grip your heart and mind each and every day. And click on the video above to uncover more captivating tales, my dear, if you dare to delve deeper into the unknown.